Hello everybody, BrioS here. Today we are examining one of the hero mechs involved in the Heroes to the Rescue Phase 1 event, which is running now till 10 September 2020. And of course, this particular mech you see right here is the Banshee, the Inner Sphere Assault mech. And if you recognize the pattern, this is the Malinche, the older of the two hero mechs for the Banshee. The other one being the Siren, which was released later. In fact, the Malinche is actually considered one of the worst hero mechs, but very frankly, with the introduction of 3060 technology like MRMs, snub-nose PPCs, and light fusion engines, it's not too bad actually. It's pretty decent. In fact, the flaws of this mech, which I'll point out pretty soon, are inherent to the chases itself. And let's get specific about that. Defensively, the Banshee is pretty weak. That's the biggest flaw. Its CT is huge, and you're gonna take lots of fire to it. So that is a problem because it makes it pretty hard to tank. And in a Banshee, I tend to tank quite a bit, as you'll see in the gameplay. So easy to take down. You just have to rely. Yep, that's the word I was looking for. Rely on your armor and structure. And even though the right torso mounted missile rack, which you see here, it's good because it's high mounted, but it's also gonna draw lots of fire because it's so freaking huge. So in short, your right torso and CT are gonna take lots of damage, and you tend to lose that. Offensively, this build has been doing really well for me actually, so it's pretty decent. But unfortunately, there is a flaw to this, or rather a drawback to its offense. The left torso mounted ballistic is an AC-20. It's very beautiful, it's big. I like things big, especially big guns. And it's really low mounted. So you have to expose all the way to your waist before you can fire your AC-20 because your cockpit is way above it. Even worse, the left arm mounted weapon here is even lower. So it's like way below your cockpit, around your groin area, groin guns. And yeah, by the time you want to fire the left mounted, this is a snub-nose PPC by the way, I'll show you the build in a while. You basically have to expose your whole mech. So having a huge CT, and for you to fire your main weapons of the AC-20 and the snub-nose PPC, you have to expose your mech quite a lot. Of course, corner PK is not too bad because they're both left mounted. But yeah, that makes it pretty weak defensively. So anyway, let's get down to the build. So as I was saying, this build actually has an AC-20 in the left torso and a snub-nose PPC in the left arm. This is a very well-known combination because these two have the same stats, more or less, rather. They sync really well, that's a better way to put it. Same range, same cooldown, and pretty good velocity matching. So 30-point pinpoint is pretty nice. In the right torso, high mounted, we have the MRM for a bit of range. So MRM 40 with 3 tons of ammunition, the AC-20 having 4 tons of ammunition because it's its main weapon. And with the Light Fusion 350 engine, you move at a decent speed of almost 60, 59.7. And with 15 double heat sinks, it's gonna run hot, but it's not terrible. Just have to manage it a bit. And because it's an assault, I put a bit more rear armor than I usually do. So this is a Brawlshee, Banshee, Brawlshee. So yeah, it's a brawly mech, and like I said, it does pretty well. But defensively, you gotta be aware of those flaws and the low mounted weapons. As for skills, let's take a look. As I was saying, with the introduction of 3060 technology, let's go back to the loadout. The snub-nose and the light fusion engine really breathed new life into this. So I'm actually kinda enjoying this mech quite a bit. And for firepower, back to the skills, 42 SPs, getting quite a bit of stuff. The problem with having ballistics and missiles, you gotta get the green notes for missiles and the purple notes for the ballistics. So this particular combination, I've got 1 note of magazine capacity for the AC-20 ammo, and also 1 note here of magazine, what's it called? Missile rack, yep. Missile rack to increase the amount of missiles in the MRM. Just 1 note each. And 2 notes of missile spread for MRMs is always useful, so decreasing the spread by 5%. And that helps a lot because MRMs spread quite a bit. But it's pretty deadly because with the MRMs, you shave the armor off, and then you have that 30-point pinpoint damage, which is pretty darn decent. And of course, for other bonuses, we have heat reduction of 10.5, maximizing the heat reduction because it's a really hot build. Cooldown of 6.75 allows you to fire a bit faster. Important in a brawl. Range of 9 helps with the short range AC-20 and the LBs. What LB? AC-20 and snub-nose. And 15% velocity helps all its 3 weapon systems to hit the enemy just a little bit faster. For survival, I've gone for 18. If you look at the top, I've gone for 0 mobility because I'd rather spend it on survival. It'll be nice to have torso twist speed in mobility, but we only have 91 SPs. So I'm going for survival on the left side. So that gives me an armor bonus of 8.8 and a structure bonus of 7.8, making it just a bit more survivable. But the hitbox really doesn't help. 20 points in operations, going to get the 5 nodes of heat containment and 5 nodes of cool run for increased heat dissipation and capacity. And finally 11 nodes in auxiliary for 2 cool shots, which can fire 25% faster with the cool shot cooldown, and 2 strikes for additional damage, which is also good to drop it once in a while to deter an enemy push, because you're gonna be slow, so you might get NASCAR'd. So that's it. That's the Brawlshee, the Malinche in a Brawl build. And these 3 weapons, the MRM40, the AC20 and the Stub Nose, can actually be mounted on the Siren also with the same hardpoints but different locations. So do give it a try. Malinche has gotten a lot of flack from the older players, but with the 3060 technology, for example the MRMs, the I keep saying LB, Snub Nose, I meant Snub Nose, and the Light Fusion, it's quite decent. Just watch out for the low mounts and the huge CT. So let's get down to some gameplay in the Malinche, which I got during the Heroes to the Rescue Phase 1 event. So let's go. Here I am on HPG Manifold, and as we all know, SubQ basically screwed up the spawns on the maps because the Alpha Lance is always the group in the team, and that means assaults can start there, and then Bravo and Charlie Lance, the assaults get thrown around. So starting at Bravo Lance in Delta 2 as an assault is a problem because as I come out, I'm gonna get pushed by the lights really early, or that happens pretty often. So the normal plan for Bravo Lance is to run and regroup. But this match is a bit different because we decided to do a very rare counter rotation going left instead of right. And that's worth showcasing in itself.
I'm gonna go towards Delta 4. Let's do it. No rotate. Let's go.
Thank you.
Delta 4. Let's go.
Target spotted.
New target.
Yep.
Target spotted.
On your right, VX. That's me.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Atlas Alpha.
So gonna support VX to support the left flank here in his Cyclops there.
Artillery strike online.
High mounts make it hard to aim upwards, so I'm gonna try focus on corner picking on my left side. That will encourage me to support VX and share armor with him. Javelin comes in. Fast moving small target.
Delta 5. Don't pursue under.
Online.
Target spotted.
There's no one
Oh.
underneath, by the way.
Yep. Don't go there. Delta 5. UAV up.
Always better to stay up. Don't go chase people down, that tends to lose games. VX is very aggressive, so I'm gonna
Gunboats.
keep him company here.
Delta 5.
Target acquired. Artillery strike online.
Javelin Delta left leg. Delta 5 Echo 5.
So like I said, a rare push left side. Lots of targets coming up soon. Yep, there they are.
VX on the right.
Target acquired.
A bit of calls to
Oh, you 1 kilo.
inform people
Charlie's coming out. Highlander right torso. Brawler build.
of targets and their builds.
Override engaged.
Override for glory. Going in.
Echo Echo.
Here they come.
Missed my initial shot. But I'm gonna tank for the team here.
Yep. Right in their face. Damn it.
Time to tank.
Target acquired.
Javelin Delta legs.
Strike does quite a bit. Holds them. Lick the javelin there.
New target.
But resisting my aggressive impulses.
Online.
Gonna let the team share armor with
Foxtrot
me.
pad position.
Gonna let,
Warhammer.
gonna let the team share armor like
Echo
I said.
5.
Low mount. Bad problem.
Excuse me.
Hit the ground there. So I'm gonna go round.
Foxtrot 1 shot.
Again, I hit the ground. Those low mounts are really bad. See, again, third shot.
Target destroyed.
3 AC-20, 3 AC-20 rounds wasted.
New target.
Huntsman
acquired.
Golf Echo 5. Watch
So-
out for the heavies.
So it's always good to shoot downwards.
New
So
target.
got a few targets here.
Oh,
Gonna,
Jenna.
gonna engage them. Lights are hard to hit.
Don't block. Don't block. Catapult.
Yeah, catapults. Just wanna stop and learn. So this guy Golf is in trouble here. Right in front of me.
Target.
Let's try take him out and his friends here.
Target acquired.
Like this Jenna. Oh, that was a nice hit. Missiles doing a bit more damage.
Freaking Jenna. Echo 5.
Yeah, but hit red means the missiles didn't do much. Nice hit, but minimal damage. Back to the main force up there.
Regroup on an annihilator.
Acquired.
Atlas is side torso's called, by the way.
3-1 already.
Delta 5, let's go.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Is that Annihilator up there smoking? Yeah, I'm gonna keep him company. Gotta use the tankiness of this Banshee despite the huge CT. I'm still pretty fresh as you can see. Not like this Annihilator. 3-2, enemies crawling back.
Let's push Charlie 5.
A lot of green mechs. I think these guys here are all fresh mechs. Unskilled probably.
New
They're coming out
target acquired.
soon.
Affirmative.
New
So it's
target
5-2, but enemy is balling up nicely. Getting into nice defensive positions as we spread out, chasing little squirrels here and there.
New target acquired.
Spotted.
There's the Highlander, Echo 5.
So that's a very brawly Highlander in the rear. I can't really pitch down.
Acquired.
Yep, they're all in the basement by the way. Oh, I fell down. Shits.
Yeah, it's not too bad actually falling down because it's easier for me to shoot rather than pitch down.
Acquired.
Very dark though. MRM's coming in useful.
Don't go in. They're waiting.
The stream of missiles spread a bit, but it hits a bit more. Easier to hit, that is.
They will push out Delta 5.
So bad position, gonna find a better position to hold. VX on my right
Pretty
here.
much out of ammo.
Acquired.
Alright.
Good comms. By telling me he's out of ammo, I'm gonna tank.
New target acquired.
Shadowhawk Juliet's called.
Time for me to take point. He's done a lot. Good defensive play by the enemy team here. Stealth Cyclops possibly, that one? Or maybe just ECM.
Acquired.
Echo Lakes.
They're all pretty caught. 5-5.
Hellbringer, follow me.
Suicide still calling for people to stay up.
Right torso.
They're mostly down below actually. So as you can see, my right torso is caught really bad. Easy to hit with a huge missile mount.
New target acquired.
Enemy's gonna target it.
Torso.
It's the wise thing to do. There it goes.
Destroyed.
Light fusion engine, so heat's gonna generate a bit more.
Destroyed.
Oh, I'm not trading well here.
Yeah, not trading well, but my pinpoint 30 doing well.
New target acquired.
Good thing is, my other components are fresh.
Target destroyed.
Cool.
New target
Poor guy there.
acquired.
So 8-7, we managed to pull it back a bit. Friendly mechs on the other entrance, very well positioned.
Push in, push in. We're in a good position. Push in.
Target destroyed. New target
Oh,
acquired.
it's ouch, ouch.
Yeah, time to draw fire.
My man. My man,
Push! Highlander.
Destroyed.
My AC-20 actually hit the wall there. Sadly. Stalker blocking as usual.
Ah! Get him, get him.
So, not much damage. But that was a nice push. Sometimes, a good push at the correct time wins the match, rather than slow trading.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
So that's it.
Thanks for the win all.
That is it. So that was a nice final push in, getting the kills. Closer than it should be actually. Enemy defending the basement really nicely, punishing us as we came in. So the idea is to push in and win. So 600 over damage, 3 kills, and surprisingly a match score of 505 despite the fact I died and I didn't do much damage. So let's go on to the next match. So as you could see from the previous match, the low mounted weapons actually are a problem. A lot of DPS is lost as you fire your AC-20 into the ground. At least the snub-nose PPC in the left arm is on the arm. So you can of course toggle arm lock off and just aim outwards. I like to use arm lock because it has better convergence. I normally toggle it on and off as and when needed. But here we are on Crimson Straight and it's kind of a long match, so I'm going to jump straight into the action here.
My Banshee's dropping down. Let's go tunnel.
So at first we set up at the top, but it's time to push the tunnel and I want to tank.
Got assault in the tunnel, Kilo. Sun Spider, go right. I'm going left.
Yeah, trying to take point here, if they let me.
Push the Atlas. I'm going left side. You guys take right.
So trying to make some coordination here, but this Sun Spider on my left keeps blocking me. He's obviously not listening. He can take point then. Go, go, go Sun Spider. Probably a dual LB-20 build. So Kilo's in trouble. And taken out.
Hotel's one shot. Juliet left torso.
So got a dire there. Oops. My AC-20 hit the Marauder in the rear.
Please don't stand in front of my Banshee.
Yeah, a bit of war crimes. UV goes down also. Targets on the left probably. Yeah. Expected to see a Jaeger, but I guess a Kodiak's fine also. It's called CT now. Drop
Watch
the
the
strike.
smoke.
Drop the strike, a bit of damage. And
I'm pushing out, turning left.
this is a good time to push through the smoke. Aggressive tactics with a tanky assault here. Or quite tanky anyway.
Marauder. Golf.
5-3, we have the advantage. Gotta push it.
Golf legs are weak.
Always look at the
Golf
enemy.
is dead.
Always look at enemy paper doll. Easily taken out that guy. He skipped leg day. Bit of war crimes as yet again the
Demon
sun.
Mad Dog.
Yet again the Sun Spider.
I'll watch the rear.
Poor situational awareness walks into my strike. Enemies in upper city, but we're gonna push this guy here first. This mad
Heating,
dog.
let's go for Lima. The rest Charlie 5.
This mad dog, take him out early, then turn around.
Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
So
Charlie
set
5.
7-4, so we can still lose this. So gotta pull it together. Trying to regroup the assaults. That's Risk in his 5-starter, very deadly opponent.
New target.
Enemy pulling it together slowly, 7-5 now. Lots of fast movers, which is a problem for this mech. Without mobility skills, without the torso twist, it's a bit harder to aim. So it's a more direct kind of build. Just point and aim. One flea. It's a Romeo, it's gonna die. Oh, he's licked and yep, dead. Turkey shoot. Oh well.
Got Delta 6.
Good thing about MRMs,
Cover the assaults.
they spread, so it's a bit easier to do damage to lights.
Those with speed go by the Delta 7 side.
New target.
The rest by the left. Foxtrot right also.
Trying to coordinate the team. Never underestimate the enemy, even though it's 8-5. As you can see, there are a few mechs in the rear. 2 mechs straggling behind us. We are pretty split.
New target.
Oh, one Veagle here. He's caught really bad. I bet you has friends. And if you look at my paper doll, right torso caught again. So gotta give the rear to the Veagle because don't really
Get
want
the
to
medium, Charlie 6 please.
don't really want a yellow one hitting my rear. Poor guy. Died from overheat. Did a lot of damage to me though, but I can tank it. Better than having a yellow one in my rear, like I said. Sandwich between two mediums is not a nice thing. So that's a cadet. Okay. Cadet with a Veagle. He spent some cash
Charlie
then.
6.
Spent some real money, I
It's a
suppose.
5-starter, is gonna go for the 2 assaults. Me and Lucifer. Delta 6.
Either that or he spent his first 5.6 million on it. So one last guy is Risk in his 5-starter. He does well in it. So not going to underestimate him. I'm really badly caught. Not sure about the rest of the team. And we are
Lucifer fall back to the mediums.
kinda split.
No, it's a 5-starter.
So I'm gonna fast forward a bit because we're all just chasing one 5-starter. So I actually fast forwarded because 1v5 Risk in his 5-starter versus 5 of us may seem like bad odds, but actually he is fresh and we're all pretty badly hurt, or at least I am. And a good player like him is gonna pick us off one at a time, running around at first to spread us out. And you can see that Jaeger doesn't want to group up, he'd rather run that way. And I will join him actually, give him some support.
There is Delta 6. Keeper, reverse.
So there he is. I'm a bit slow without my light fusion engine taking damage. And there he is. The odds are better now, 1v4 now.
He's still Delta 7.
That Jaeger actually looked pretty fresh. I wonder what happened to him. Was he badly caught? He wasn't smoking? I don't know. But if Risk knows I'm caught, he does actually, he would push me. So I'm just gonna stand here as though I have friends. But actually I am pretty far away from my own teammates. So just a bit of a bluff here. But I think he's just gonna hit and run. Probably doesn't even know I'm here. So there he is, running in the upper city to Delta 5 like I just said. Finally, I have my buddies with me, but I'm pretty badly hurt. With my light fusion engine torso blown off, I am moving less than 50 kph. But with the AC-20 and the snub nose, it's pretty cool. Sadly, they are low mounted, so I'm gonna stay or head into the tunnel. That makes it a bit easier because I don't have to pitch up or pitch down, and there's no terrain to block my AC-20 rounds. Thankfully, the Marauder on my left and the Stormcrow are flanking me, so I'm a bit more confident. But that Mad Cat 2-4 in front of me, Lucifer, just rushing out. I think he's pretty fresh. If I were him and I'm fresh, I would rush out too. But I'm actually moving slowly, hugging the wall here, so I only have to focus on my right. With my torso blown off, any hits to my right side is gonna take a bit less damage.
Our mech gets really fast.
If I lose my left, I would die because it's a light fusion. There he is. Side tunnel, and there we go, chasing him. If I were him, I'll actually take the high ground and shoot down with his machine guns or pulses. Whatever's in his arm. That's why I'm rushing into the tunnel here. Always know the build of your enemy. Don't exactly know his build at this point. So back to normal speed, because he comes, I hit his right torso, but he survives. Tanky things, those 5 starters, but huge. Yeah, it's gonna go up, it's a high ground. Sadly, my low mounted AC hits the ramp. As I said, the low mounts are a problem. Oh, there it is again, hitting the ceiling. So this is where the hard points of the Banshee fail me. Yep. His machine guns actually hit me just as I put my mouse over his right torso. So as I click my AC-20, he blew off my AC... as I put my cursor over his right torso, yep, fumbling there, to fire my AC-20, he blows it off a split second before I get the round off. So enough to kill me with the MGs and medium pulses
His right torso is caught.
of his fire starter. So now it's 1v2. Very tense match as you can see. Heatsink here, his Marauder's really fresh.
Right torso.
Riz is getting a bit impatient as you can see. He knows he has 1 minute to get 1 more kill for a tie or 2 for a win. So he's going to go for broke. Very aggressive gameplay by him now. Thankfully I opened his right torso, so all these two guys need to do is just have a glancing hit. Thankfully they're both pretty fresh, especially this Mad Cat 2-4. I don't know why he's chain firing, but yeah, Riz knows it. Few more seconds, going for broke. But with his right torso caught, it's just a matter of time. So that was a really close and intense match, which is always the best kind of match to have. By the way, Riz playing really well, and in case you guys don't know, Riz has a YouTube channel. Link is in the description below, so go check him out. As for this Banshee, good damage output 854, 4 kills, 1 solo, took quite a bit of damage but also did 89 team damage, and that resulted in a low match score of 390. So that's the Brawlshee for you guys. Do feel free to try this build for the event.